Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight in support of Project Healthy Minds, our partners at Archwell Foundation, and the true leaders in mental health access.
As I see in you, the present and the future. And I reiterate that point because oftentimes we speak to young adults about the years ahead, about what you'll do, what you'll have to adopt to fix from previous generations.
The once beloved Duchess of Sussex spent years meticulously crafting the perfect image, the perfect look, the perfect wife, the perfect mother. But the question remains, how long can a carefully constructed facade hold before the cracks start to appear? Meghan Markle has long portrayed herself as kind, selfless, and entirely fitting for royal life. Yet behind closed doors, whispers of bullying, rumors of cosmetic enhancements, and other controversies suggest that the Duchess may not have been as flawless as she seemed.
This is Jeffrey Epstein, multimillionaire, hedge fund manager, businessman with famous, powerful friends, and also convicted sex offender. Just weeks ago, court documents pertaining to his sex trafficking case were unsealed by a New York court.
Enter Jeffrey Epstein, a multi-millionaire hedge fund manager, socialite, and convicted sex offender. Just weeks ago, court documents related to his infamous sex trafficking case were unsealed in New York, shining an even brighter spotlight on the scandal that rocked the world. For anyone familiar with the Epstein saga, you know it's a story of unimaginable power, wealth, and corruption. Epstein surrounded himself with the elite, celebrities, political figures.
That's an island over a mile away from St. Thomas, the main island, and it's out there and it's isolated. He purchases that, right? Then he owns the jet.
And even royals, while hiding a dark, horrifying secret. He owned a private island, complete with a personal jet, which became the epicenter of one of the most notorious sex trafficking operations in history. The so-called pedophile island was where Epstein and his...
How do you get off? It's not like a person who's on the island can just say, okay, I'm going to swim to St. Thomas.
His partner, Ghislaine Maxwell, lured underage girls, committing crimes that shocked the globe. Despite his conviction, Epstein initially evaded serious punishment, a grim testament to his influence over the criminal justice system. Even after pleading guilty to minor charges in 2008, Epstein maintained his social connections, including a relationship with Prince Andrew, which began in 1999. Their friendship marked...
Have you ever solicited a minor for prostitution?
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Somehow, his lawyers had worked out a deal with the U.S. Attorney's Office.
It was more evidence of the fact he was powerful and he could fix whatever thing came up.
This case was one of the worst failures of the criminal justice system.
By lavish parties and public appearances, raised eyebrows worldwide. In one particularly damning image, Prince Andrew is photographed with Virginia Giuffre, who later alleged she was trafficked by Epstein to have sexual encounters with the prince. Andrew famously denied the claims in one of the most infamous royal interviews ever, citing an outlandish excuse that he couldn't sweat, contradicting eyewitness accounts. By 2019, Epstein faced federal sex trafficking charges again, but just a month later, he was found dead in his jail cell. Some called it suicide, while conspiracy theories swirled, leaving a lasting shadow over those connected to him. Prince Andrew, under intense scrutiny, attempted to defend himself in a BBC interview, a move that only intensified criticism and led to his quiet withdrawal from public duties. In 2022, he settled Giuffre's lawsuit for millions without admitting guilt, acknowledging only the unfair public attacks she endured. By 2025, King Charles stripped Andrew of all royal titles, including Duke of York and Earl of Inverness, and forced him to leave his Windsor residence. But Epstein was not alone. Ghislaine Maxwell, once a revered socialite, was deeply involved in his crimes. Doted on by her father, Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine grew up in the lap of luxury, mingling with global power players. After her father's death, she became Epstein's accomplice, recruiting and grooming underage girls for his abuse. Convicted in 2022, she's serving a 20-year sentence, but reports reveal she's continued speaking about the case, even from behind bars, drawing connections to powerful figures and socialites. And now, Maxwell has reportedly brought Meghan Markle's name into the narrative. According to newly released documents, Maxwell claims to have knowledge of Meghan's life before the public spotlight, a life the Duchess carefully concealed for years. This is striking because Meghan's public persona has always been about transformation, from struggling actress to royal advocate, championing charities, humanitarian causes, and a modern image of empowerment. Yet, The allegations paint a contrasting picture, suggesting she may have known more than she has admitted. Maxwell's claims reference documents, even a CV, hinting that Meghan's past was far more complex and potentially darker than her carefully curated public image. For many, this is explosive. For others, it seems like yet another attempt to tarnish her reputation. Despite her history of addressing rumors head-on through interviews, documentaries, and social media, Meghan has remained silent regarding Maxwell's allegations. That silence, many observers suggest, could speak louder than any statement. So, what does this mean for Meghan Markle? Is she the victim of another smear campaign? A duchess caught in the crossfire of high society scandals? Or is this a moment when her meticulously polished past might finally catch up with her? Whatever the truth, Meghan Markle, who rose from Hollywood obscurity to royal prominence, now faces whispers from the darkest corners of elite society. Secrets, as history has shown, never remain buried forever. And in the world of royals, every revelation has consequences. For now, all eyes remain on the Duchess of Sussex. Will her royal fairy tale withstand the storm? Or is this the beginning of a new, tumultuous chapter in her life? One that could redefine everything we thought we knew about her. Until the truth emerges, one question lingers. Is Meghan Markle merely a target of relentless scandal? Or has Ghislaine Maxwell truly exposed the fragile facade hiding the realities of high-profile life?